Well, scientists are sending a message to those who are skeptical of global warming because of the Arctic blast. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, known as NOAA, tweeted this cartoon yesterday explaining winter storms don't prove that global warming isn't happening. Now, this comes a day after President Trump tweeted, quote, "In the beautiful Midwest, wind chill temperatures are reaching minus 60 degrees. What the hell is going on with global warming? Please come back fast. We need you." NOAA told CBS News its tweet was not in response to the president's tweet. Chief weathercaster Lonnie Quinn of our New York station WCBS TV is here to put this Arctic cold into perspective. And it's really frustrating reading a tweet like that from the president of the United States, because this really is the definition of global warming and climate change, right? It is freezing here. It is scorching hot in Australia.
You betcha. I mean, oftentimes you get those extremes. Now, you cannot negate global warming because of this event right now. I mean, all you got to do, numbers are not going to lie to anybody. If you just plot the numbers, NASA did it. NASA plotted every single year. They plotted the average temperatures. Okay, we've got that graphic for you right there. And by going from all the data from 1884 to today, is that line going up? Is the Earth getting warmer, or is it going down? Is it getting colder? It's clearly, guys, going up. The Earth is getting warmer. We know that. So now the question becomes, do these big cold events that we're getting right now negate it? And it really doesn't, because, you know, Bianna, you were saying, well, we're seeing all this extreme heat as well. Oftentimes they come coupled together. I mean, right now, today, you're having some readings down to 37 degrees below zero. That's an actual temperature reading in Minnesota. And not wind chills, those are actual temperature readings. Wow. Then you go to the other side of the globe, and I can show you the extreme heat that you're talking about. 5 days ago, all within sort of the same sort of time period, Australia had 28 cities that recorded their all-time record high temperatures, not for a date, but the record high ever recorded, 121 degrees at Marble Beach in Australia. The problem is we're getting more of those big heat events than we are the big cold events, so the overall average for the year goes up.
So explain that, how that polar vortex then forms that causes this cold weather.
You know, the polar vortex became like this catchphrase back in 2015, just because it became sort of a baby of the media, if you will. All a vortex means is a circulation, okay? Polar means at the pole. So you have this circulating air that's very, very cold there, and it doesn't circulate in a perfect circle, okay? It elongates at times. It'll drop a piece down into a place like Siberia. This time it's dropping it down into the northern plains. And like I said, it happened before, 2015. It will undoubtedly happen again. It's happening right now.
But does climate change cause more polar vortexes?
All right, there's the big question, right? I believe you can make the parallel, okay? If we accept those numbers that I showed you from NASA, pretty darn reputable source, right? And we show you that the temperature is going up, the Earth's getting hotter. Well, what does heat do? Heat, you know, creates lift, right? And the faster that air rises, the more the weather is going to be volatile on the other end. If air goes up very slowly, slow rising air, okay, you get weather that's kind of moderate. Fast rising air, the hotter the air is, the hotter the Earth is, the faster the air rises. That's what brings about these extreme weather events.
And also one of the reasons we're seeing more and more of these massive hurricanes, right?
Well, it's all related. If you notice in that tweet that NOAA put out, they showed the kettle over the ocean, because here I am talking about all this rising air and hot air. Well, people are thinking it's so cold outside. It's the middle of winter here in the Northeast. But remember, your sea surface temperature is a source of heat in the winter. I know it sounds crazy, but it is. It's dramatically warmer than the temperature on the land. So that causes the air to rise, and that makes the tea kettle, you know, percolate. That steam rises and creates the storms that you're getting.
That's a good way to explain it, Lonnie. Thank you.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.